What's going on, everybody? Swagged out, swagged out, and you already know why I'm here. Today I'm going to talk to you about my previously favorite fragrance from Scents of Wood, and I'm going to explain a little bit about the fragrance, how it became my favorite, and then lastly, why it became my previously favorite fragrance. And then I'll try to close out with a little information on the Scents of Wood subscription that you can get into. I don't know that where they're at right now in the subscription, but that you can get into to sample a lot of their fragrances before deciding whether or not you want to buy it. So my previously or former favorite fragrance is Patchouli and Rye, which is a fragrance that was released last month, by the way. And this fragrance, the moment I smelled it, I mean, the very moment I lifted the cap and smelled it, I was like, wow. And when I sprayed it, as I got it on skin, I remember at that moment talking to some friends that also have this subscription and saying, like, this is it. I'm in love with this. This is the one. I love this. And I was head over heels over the fragrance right here. So the notes on this fragrance is mandarin oil, nutmeg, pink pepper, rose absolute from Turkey, geranium oil from Madagascar, labdanum, tobacco, patchouli oil, vanilla bean extract. And this is just, so first of all, without getting or trying to be too technical about the fragrance, what I get is a sweet, kind of citrusy, fruity, spicy, smoky fragrance. And it's like the perfect balance of all of those aspects. It's not too spicy to where you feel like you're walking through a spice bazaar, but it's not overly tart, overly fruity, where it's too youthful, too playful. It's not so smoky where you feel like this is for an older person. And it's not so sweet where you're just like, this is cloying. It's just the perfect balance of all of those aspects and a fragrance that I do like. And what the result is a fragrance that is and can be for anyone a signature date fragrance. Maybe even a club fragrance. It's definitely the kind of fragrance that the person who's with you will want to get closer to you and continue to smell this fragrance coming off of you. And even if you're near each other, when you get that waft of the fragrance that comes off and you get that secondhand smell off of them, you're like, man, that smells good. Maybe I want to get a little closer and smell it again. This is an amazing fragrance. I love the way it smells on me. Like I said, as soon as I smelled it on myself, I knew I wanted it. Now, the interesting thing about that is that with the subscription, which this is the first box if you get it, box number 1 comes like this. It's a bigger box, and you get I think 3 fragrances that come in this size bottle, so you can get it's way better than just a sample. You get a candle like this, so it's a smaller candle, and you get the little instant package, which I'll show you in a little bit. So you get to test it out in all aspects, and then you determine whether or not you want it. I said that I'll wait to the end of the subscription to determine which ones I actually want, instead of, you know, impulsively buying as every month comes in. And then this one came in and I broke the rule because I was like, I can't wait till the end of the year to get this when I know I want this now. So I went ahead and got it now, and I was no regrets because I still love this. Like, I love that opening with that fruity, sweet tart from the mandarin, very juicy mandarin. But that nutmeg oil and that pink pepper, it delivers this kind of spicy, but almost cinnamon style, like very sweet, spicy, together with that mandarin and that pink pepper that blends so well with that rose. It gives it this not too green, very bright floral kind of rose. But it doesn't detract from the overall sweetness or playfulness of the mandarin and the nutmeg together. That labdanum adds the slight level of spice or smokiness, rather, for me. A little bit of smokiness, a little bit of resin sweetness, I guess you can say. But it makes it to the point where it's all just so well formed together. Nothing goes too far out of what the overall composition is. That tobacco adds a level of earthy sweetness, so it balances some of those sharper or sweeter notes, brings it back in. And patchouli does that as well, and it's a nice, pleasant patchouli. You know, patchouli can be one of those things where you smell in the fragrance, you absolutely love it, or it's so strong and earthy and damp that it's off-putting. This is the perfect patchouli tobacco combo here in that vanilla. This is a nice, creamy, sweet, balanced vanilla. Everything works so well. And on skin, it's like magic, man. It projects. It lasts hours. Performance is amazing. So this one for me, when I smelled it, I said favorite, above plum and cognac, above oak and oak. And I have those, and I love them. I was like, this is just, it's hard to compete with this. And I bought it, and I was happy. So that's the end of this fragrance from this point of the video, because we go back to where I said it's previously my favorite. And why that is because I just received another box from the subscription. Now, this is how many subscriptions I've gone through already. Got a chance to smell a lot of different ones, a lot of different candles, a lot of different incense. And I was still able to say, I'm going to wait till the end of the year. And then yesterday, I received this box right here. Now, this is the presentation you'll get it in. If you actually order the subscription, you'll get the fragrance right there, the candle, the little incense there that you can burn in here, and your little note card right there. So what I will do, since I'm already here talking to y'all about it, and I haven't touched these yet, I'm going to burn one of these. They do give you a little piece of, it's like a foam material that you lay this on to burn, and that's fine. If you do it that way, it's great. They give you an option. I just go ahead and burn it here. This is not the way they want you to do it, but this is how I do it, and it works for me. So, cool. I got this yesterday, and I had high expectations for this fragrance based on the notes, without a doubt. Did I know I was going to feel about it the way I did? No. So the notes for this one, and I'll do a review on this one later. I would just, probably when I buy the bottle, I don't know. I'm still on the fence about what I'm going to do next. But what I will tell you is this. The notes are Calvados, which is a type of apple brandy. Pink pepper, once again. Bergamot. Cacao Absolute. Oakwood Extract. Rose de Mai. Cedarwood Oil Atlas. Cedarwood Oil Virginia. And Oud. All I did was open this, and I was like, this is interesting already. And then I sprayed it on skin. And a few minutes later, I was like, I have no favorite. If you've ever smelled, what's the apple brandy, I want to say. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Apple brandy from Killian. The opening reminds me a little bit of apple brandy from Killian. I'm not going to lie. But that's where it stops. The oud, the cedarwood from Virginia, from that mandarin, that rose mai. This is a very complex, semi kind of dark, boozy, oudy. This is a lot of the stuff I love. Once again, blended so well. This may be one of the best from the house. This may be like in terms of recognition, competing with Plum Cognac in terms of how the fanfare behind it. I love this. The juice is like a violet colored juice. I'm definitely going to go through all of this. I really thought that after I bought this one, I'd be able to wait for the end of the subscription to determine what I needed to buy. I might be buying this as soon as they release it. So this is why this is my former favorite, and it's still amazing. But then Sense of Wood went ahead and did this, and now what do you do, right? Well, like I said, if you get the subscription, you'll get the big box up front with 3 or 4 fragrances, the candle, the incense to each one. Every month after that, you'll get a package like this, and then you get to know about them fragrances before a lot of people do, as you will be getting them as soon as they are released. And when you do order a full bottle from the website, you can change the color of the cap and the actual bottle. So you can get a couple of variations. You can get the all black bottle, the cacao colored bottle, the black cap, the vanilla bottle, the gold cap. Like there's different things. So I guess it's 3 bottles and 2 different caps that you can switch out through. I've done 3 variations, but so far, so I've got the black bottle, the cacao bottle, the vanilla bottle, 2 gold caps, 1 black cap. You can just, you know, change so if you're interested in how your collection looks and changing the bottles around. Anyway, this is a little longer than I typically do, but I got to cover a lot of material. If you stood this long, thank you very much for doing so, and I hope you learned something. And if you have additional information to add about this wonderful subscription or any of these amazing fragrances, go ahead and leave them in the comments. If you gain some new knowledge from this information, or if you liked the video, go ahead and like it. And if you have not already subscribed, why not? You're already watching. I'm going to continue to bring you more videos. And as we all know, it helps the algorithm. It pushes the video a little further out. So I appreciate your support if you are doing so. If not, it's cool. I know there's a lot of reviewers. It's hard to pick your favorite or who you want to continue watching. That's all I have for you folks today. Thank you very much for watching. Once again, this is Fragged Out, Swagged Out, and I'm out.